Macca's guides.
Hey guys, Macca here playing Hitman 2. In this video, I'm in the level Miami, and I'll be showing you how to eliminate Sierra Knox while she's on the podium. And the easiest and fastest way to do this is to spawn as a race marshal. If you can't spawn as a race marshal because you don't have a high enough mastery, just find a race marshal and then equip their disguise. And what you want to do is make your way across the track and then into the area underneath the podium. So if you kind of explore a little bit, just in front of me to my right, you can see the kind of fish tourist hut. And then this area, we can vault over this. We can actually have full access to this area. It's just faster to vault over this door. And then you end up in this kind of press tent slash like organizer area. And once you're in this area, what we'll need to do is, as a race marshal, disqualify Moses Lee. That's the guy who's usually going to beat Sierra. So obviously we need to make sure he doesn't win. Now there's these two race marshal dudes right here. I'm going to take out the first one to make sure he doesn't get in the way. Feel free to drag his body and put him in the container if you want to get a higher rating, although this step is kind of optional. Now the next thing we'll do is actually grab the wrench, which we'll need a little bit later. You can find a wrench inside of this garage where the Kronstadt engineers are talking. You can wait for them to naturally move apart, or you can just try to toss a coin and then quickly grab the wrench off of the shelving. This can be a little bit tricky, as sometimes you can get spotted. Feel free to use a save before you do this move if you want. Now that we have the wrench, feel free to put it in your back pocket, and then you'll want to go up into the race marshal area. We're going to subdue this race marshal as he does see through our disguise. We'll just leave him there for now. And then we will blend in as a race marshal, and we'll have two options show up on screen. One is to disqualify Sierra Knox, which gets her off the track sooner if you want to deal with her hand-to-hand. Or you can disqualify Moses Lee, which allows her to win. We'll obviously want to disqualify Moses Lee, who is in first place in the green car. This will allow Sierra in the red car to be the victor of the race. You do need to wait for them to actually come by in order to pick which one you want to disqualify. As you can see, the buttons are kind of grayed out until that happens. Once you disqualify Moses Lee, the race does continue for a fair bit of time, but we can actually prep the podium to explode. So what we'll do is we will go back into the press tent, and inside of the press tent we can go into the side door right here. I do believe we can get spotted by some of the people walking around, so do be careful. And what you'll want to do is go directly underneath the podium. You will need the wrench from the garage that we grabbed earlier. And you will want to use the wrench on the pressure valve here on the left. And then after you open up that pressure valve, you can increase the pressure on the three individual, pressure releases here. So increase all three of the pressure. And at that point, all you have to do is basically wait 5 to 10 minutes. And she'll eventually come to the podium to accept her prize, and she will explode. As you're waiting for that to happen, feel free to take out Robert Knox. What I decided to do was I decided to grab some high-octane fuel, pour it on the show car, then sabotage the show car. He came to inspect it, and then as I fired up the engine, it lit him on fire, and I actually killed both of them in the exact same instant, which I thought was pretty funny. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that video was helpful. That's how you can take out Sierra Knox while on the podium. And special thanks to the amazing people on Patreon for supporting the show. Hopefully I see you in the next video. Peace.